You're live. Yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Well, hi, guys. For those of you that aren't here yet, I'm saying hi now because you never know who's going to watch at a later date. So we thought we'd do a live again tonight.
Yay.
Because it's coming up to what I celebrate, which is Alfablot or Alfablot, if you want to say it the correct way. And what you guys might... Excuse my phone.
I'll put it on Do Not Disturb.
Unbelievable. I never get messages. Well, not many.
And then
I get one. And what you guys do for Mabon, or you know, there's so many different types of celebrations at autumn time. But I really wanted to share with you some of the things that we do. And one of them, and I love the fact that I've got my fan in the background. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so not prepared today. It's a work day, and I wanted to get my candles in. Atmospherics.
there we go.
There we go. I can still see my candles. I like a candle.
Yay.
I really love a candle, as you know. And yeah, I thought I'd show you. Probably in one of my other videos you might have seen it. But yeah, and that is what I do for Mabel. I'm afraid he's a bit destroyed now. Oh, hi, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
Nice to see you here. Excuse me. Oh, everything's gone mental today. So yeah, I like to make out of polymer clay little elves for the elf rituals. There's so many things, but you also, when you're making a pact, you can stick it in the hand or wherever you want. So yeah, I'm going to make a new one this year because this is last year's one. And obviously the pact I will have to pull out and destroy, and you know, I'm not going to keep it because it's another thing. You don't want last year's stuff. So what do you think of that, Summer?
I think it's cool. It's creative.
I thought we could make one each this year out of polymer clay and have some fun with it.
Yeah, that would be good.
And I know my clay's just outside. We could have some fun.
Yeah.
And we can chat with whoever turns up. And how you doing, Ian? Hope everything's fine. So if I go and get the clay, if you talk to Ian for a minute, I'll go and get it.
All right.
And we can have some fun.
Oh, hello. Hi, Ian. How are you? It's been a while. How are you?
Got my little pot.
Your little pot.
My little pot of goodies.
Your little pot of goodies.
I just love my polymer clay.
Yeah.
I really do. I've got it in my box here. But it's a time of just going with what's within. We're coming up to the equinox.
Thanks,
It's
Ian.
a new one.
Thank you.
What's that?
Hope it's all alright with you.
Yeah, we're fine, thank you. Well, getting there.
Yeah, we play.
But
You can just sit there.
I don't know if you can open that up for me.
Let's have a look.
My fingers, I can't.
I've got sharp now. So.
Oh, I did it. It's all right. Yeah. So we're going to take a little bit, and you don't have to be an artist to do these. You can make it how you like it, really.
Yeah.
It's the intent behind it, and you have to like really squash it up till it's all like a ball.
Like chewing gum.
I don't know. I've never done it with chewing gum. And so we're going to start with this little bit. So while we're chatting, we can just scrunch it up. But
is it normal to
yeah, it'll crumble a bit to start with. You've got to get juices going in it. If you know what I mean.
Okay.
Like the oils and that.
Yeah.
It will come together. But I just think it's a really creative time of the year because you've got equinox coming up, and you've also got obviously autumn and the story of the god and goddess if you're in like normal witchcraft, but if you're in mine it's a bit different. It's a little bit like the elf on the shelf that people do for Christmas.
People. I don't know the second
right,
person
okay.
is, but...
welcome anyway, whoever you are. I like to do the live spare of the moment because I never know if I schedule it, I'm not always available. So yeah.
It's easy to...
Yeah, so I don't do heavy rituals now around the time, but what I do is go by what's going on within me. You know, you get that at this time of the year, you can see everything's dying on the trees. I know it's not happened quite yet, but it's on its way and you can feel it. And so once you feel it, what's that name?
I can do some myself.
Oh, that's great. That's lovely.
Is that the air drying one?
No, this is the one that you cook in the oven. I can't get on with the other one because it cracks. I don't know if it's because I've got dry hands or something, but this one's more moist and yeah. But a lot of people like to use this one, and I don't know, it gives you a lot of, you're putting everything, all your intent and effort into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people do. They take the customs of things that they don't even realise. The muggles in the world, the muggles, they do things that they don't realise where these things have come from. And the elf on the shelf is one of those things.
I always find that creepy.
And the thing is, you can always say like the bad elf on the shelf or the good elf on the shelf. Yeah. And that comes from Seder. It comes from the Nordic times, because of the celebrations that I do is all about doing a pact with the elves to stop the dark elves from coming and invading your home and causing lots of grief. So it's but Mabon is like totally different. It's more about the equinox and the second harvest. And even though we use a harvest as well, we're also calling on ancestors and spirits of the three deities of Desire, but that's more in November. But we sort of merge it all together. And have you heard about the Desire?
I've heard the name, but I don't know what.
Well, they're actually spirits of ancestral women that join in at that time of the year, and they come and they give good things to people. But if you've not been a nice person, then they don't.
Oh, okay.
So again, it's about, whether you're not worthy, but whether you are worthy of a gift, really.
Yeah.
But with the elves, they can shapeshift. And funnily enough, my next video is going to be all about that. Well, everyone that seems to do it are in either traditional craft or they're Wiccan or they are Celtic. So it seems to be sort of widely used, because you're talking really about the legend of the god and the goddess throughout the whole year. And so those festivals are taken, and some Nordic pagans use it as well. But because they're in the north, there's a different sort of weather system and the darkness and that, they have their own sort of folklore that comes in on it. So it's slightly changed, but I would say yes, it can be Celtic, because really it's about the energy and what's happened with the god. He's gone back to the womb of the Great Mother, and it's about renew, obviously the equal times of the light and dark, but it can also bring in effects that are not good on some people. Equinoxes, different people feel the equinoxes in different ways. When I was in Coven, we was told that it's because there's two energies fighting against each other. I don't see it that way anymore. I think that the energies are polarity and they are helping each other. So, but it is also the beginning of going into the dark time of the year, a time when we will go within, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, in some ways I dread it coming, but once it's on its way, I actually like it.
Yeah.
So what do you feel at this time of year? Do you feel the energies? Do you look for the things like the leaves and all that when they fall off the trees?
I like the leaves and that.
Yeah.
I like the colours of the leaves. Stuff like that.
Yeah. So what sort of celebration would you be doing, Ian? I don't know whether you're liking to... What's that? What's that? I can't read it.
TOVA, would you? Freya is the Norse version of Pan or the Green Man?
I would say Freya would be more like the Green Man, because he is the fertility god, and even though Pan he's also a spirit of that very sexual energy. But I get more with the Green Man because of the foliage about him and the forestry and all that. So even though Pan can be in the forest, the energy is not the same as I'd say, Freya is. And he is the one that's used by the elves. He's the king of the elves as well. So in Alfaheim, you've got Freya as the sort of ruler over the light elves. And so I think he would be more like the Green Man, if that makes sense, because the energy of the Green Man is nice. Do you know who the Green Man is?
No.
Oh, you don't know who the Green Man is?
No, I actually don't.
Really?
I actually don't. Who is it?
Well, he's the one that is. We used to use him. He's got a face which has got lots of foliage on it. You might have seen pictures of him.
Maybe.
And it's around Beltane time and summer solstice that he's used.
Yeah.
But Pan is also a very very male energy.
Yeah.
But the Green Man is very sort of, I always feel like he's an old man, full of wisdom, and part of, because you've got two gods, you've got the Oak King as well, and it all changes.
Yeah.
You've got to know the story of the gods and the goddesses throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
But that depends on what you are practicing at the end of the day. I'm not practicing that anymore, but I have it from my past.
Is that when you used to study like Persephone and all that?
Persephone came before that. We didn't use her that much in Coven, but when I went into Coven, I used the gods and the goddesses of that Coven.
Yeah.
And one of them was Herne the Hunter and Aradia.
Yeah.
And, they're all like, not the pantheon I would go with now.
Yeah.
But putting it into mine, I would go with Freya and Freya this time.
Yeah.
And Odin, I really feel like Odin is like the Green Man. I don't know if that makes...
Sorry, I meant to say Freya's.
Oh, right.
I know you said you were wary of Pan.
Only because of my experiences with him, though, Ian. I mean, everybody has to speak differently of him. But I know that energy, and it was a very scary time that night when he appeared.
Oh.
And he took that priest over, and I mean, that man went through the fire, and he didn't know he'd gone in the bonfire.
Oh.
And we had to drag him out, and then once he was out, he attacked us.
What?
Yeah, because he was sexually rampant, and we were 3 priestesses, and he wasn't himself. He'd been taken over by that energy. So
I think I remember you saying,
wasn't
it in the woods?
I know you said, wow. Yes, so you have to speak as you find with the gods. But because we used to put ourselves in very remote areas in the woodlands, the energies around that time of the year are very masculine. And being priestesses, you're putting yourself in the way of that energy. So, you have to be prepared. If you invoke it, you have to be prepared with what comes. But used as a deity, it might be totally different. We used so many different gods and goddesses. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, are you working with Pan now? Because I know...
It says, do you think that really was Pan?
Yes, yeah. Because we heard the hoofs as well. And it is renownedly known that when he appears, you always hear the hoofs. Because he's got one foot smaller than the other, and he's got hoofs.
Oh.
And so you know that it's him.
Oh.
Yeah, and you could feel the energy of it as well. And it was coming as he was being invoked. There's a very long invocation that is done. It was very scary.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't feel in danger to start with. And I don't. What it was he wanted to love us, but his form of love is violent.
Yeah.
Because he's a god.
Yeah, like putting him in the fire. That's
yeah.
Like he wasn't injured. He wasn't injured, was he?
No, funnily enough, he wasn't, and he'd been in the fire, and that's another sign that it was sort of phenomenal.
Like he's just walked through fire and like.
And then when he came round from it, he didn't realise anything that had happened. So
that was a hard one to explain.
Yeah, very much so. And of course, at the time, the high priest got annoyed. You're not.
No, I'm working with him. I'm chanting.
Okay, that's good.
Elves.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's good. So you're getting on with your runes now. That's nice.
That's good.
So going back to that, I don't know if yours softened down yet, is it?
I don't think so. Wait. No, mine doesn't.
Oh, you've got to put a bit more pressure on it. But there's other things you can do as well at this time, because the celebrations that we sort of do are making this pact. It's very important because, the elves come in 3 types. You've got your light elves, your dark elves, and your black elves. Now, the black elves aren't as bad as they sound, but they will do anything that they want. And they live underground and can be mistaken for dwarfs. So they're pretty big. And then you've got your light elves that shine like the sunshine and are full of joy and just want to give that to people. So the light elves are fine. The black elves are not too bad, but it's the dark elves. And so you have to be very careful. And they can shapeshift. And there's many stories of how they will go to the villages in the winter and knock on the doors. And of course, the people there, they're not silly and they won't open the doors, because if they do, it could be one of them. And if they get entrance into your home, is that Kinaz? Well, I can't read it.
Kinaz did a good video about the elves.
Okay, yeah. A lot of people do this celebration at this time, and then they go on to the next one, which is the Desir, and that's Dizablot. So yeah, I like to do that one, and that is, again, it's a feast with your family, and calling on the Desir to come with what you've got left of your products, like from the harvest. So that's a nice one. And then of course you've got Winter Nights, Winter Falleth, and that is like Halloween. It's like Samhain. So yeah, I like them festivals. Seem to put them all together and it all seems to merge into one big thing. So you're having fun with that.
Yeah.
So what have you been getting up to? Or me talking? I want you to do some talking.
Kind of just school, really.
Do you do stuff for autumn at school?
Well, okay. My teacher, she came up to me today and she was like, something about a poem. She said, you can go for a walk, look outside and write a poem about the leaves and stuff like that. So, got to do that. What made me laugh was one of the homework. This is not homework in my eyes, but it's play noughts and crosses with my mum.
What?
Yeah.
Play noughts and crosses with your mum?
I told her and she went,
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I know, like, not everyone.
Oh.
She works weekend, and they're like, and she was like, maybe play some noughts and crosses with mum, and I'm like, do I look 5? Do I look like?
That's ridiculous.
That's not homework though, is it?
No.
That's not homework.
I think she's tottering you all with the same brush.
Like, oh my god, it's funny when she refers to herself with her name. And the other day we were doing our work, and we were all in a little line on our computers. And
I know, Ian. It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, what's that all about?
Oh God! Like, so we were all doing our work. We learned about America and
Yeah.
we did all that just randomly on our computers, and all of a sudden this video starts playing, and it's like how to pronounce something, and it's like a funny accent, and I don't think she meant to press it, but we all start laughing, and she's like, if you can't all work together, that's sad news. And that makes me laugh even more.
You tend to laugh at things, especially if they're bad things. You start laughing, don't you?
Yeah, like she could tell me like someone's just I don't think you can say it on here. Someone's just like something really bad has happened to them.
Oh, so they've been undead. They're unlived.
Yeah.
Everyone says that now. Unalived.
I didn't even know that was.
Yeah, apparently they do that now. A lot of people say that if they want to say the other word, but they can't say it. So that because YouTube don't allow it.
Yeah, and she was like,
yeah,
it would be really nice if you could give some.
Okay.
I don't think noughts and crosses is, but okay.
So like, the stuff they teach is bad. It is.
Yeah.
Thing is, you go to special educational school, don't you? Special needs.
Yeah.
But you've got different kids at different levels in the class, so they shouldn't all be doing one thing.
And I'm sorry, but when she's going to tell you off, please don't say sad news, because that's funny. It's not.
It's your way of dealing with it. If it's something sad, you can't help it.
It's like not even sad. Like so, she'll go, "Oh hi Star."
Oh hi Star.
Hi Star.
Thanks for coming.
It was just really funny because she's like, if you can't all work together, that's sad news.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
So far, I've done this. See, I've got my little head and body, and I've done that because I'm going to stick that on its arms.
Is this soft enough now?
Well, it should be. It's pliable. So you need to shape a little head.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, little ball for a head. I'm going to do an easy one so that it's not too hard for you. Not too hard for people. A Star. Hello, darling. How are you? We're trying to make elves, Star.
Okay.
I want to do my pact with the elves, and I've got a video coming up. Hopefully, I'm going to have it up by Sunday, which is all about the elves and things. So I wanted it to sort of come onto autumn on here as well. And I also wanted to invite people to come over to our new channel, Star. I don't know if you know about it, Ian, but we've got a new channel. It's a witchy chat channel, and it's called Out of the Cauldron. And we're putting up another episode. So there'll be 3 videos on there, plus an introduction one. But yeah, so I'm putting this other video up on my channel this week. So I'm trying to do both at the moment, which is good.
A bit unusual, but it's okay.
And it don't matter what these turn out like, because it's the intent behind. So make your little elf. And because I can't see very well, I feel what I'm doing. So,
okay.
So how are you getting on with yours?
I'm just making like little ant.
See, and then you stick that on there and you've got little arms.
Oh, wait, how did you do that? I'll give you a new channel.
Oh, thank you, Ian. I'm sure you'll like it, because me and Star have a right laugh. don't we, that? Star? Huh?
How did you make that?
You just stick it on the back, and then the little arms are there, look, like that.
Wait, how did you make the body? What?
Well, you just elongate it, and then you do a little bobble for a head.
Oh.
Yeah? It doesn't have to be sort of perfect. It's just
I'm gonna add
a shape you're making. Yeah, you can put more on it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll make it.
But you know, I mean, that head's too big for it, so I'm gonna make a little hat.
It's got
a little bobbly hat to go on there. See?
Just got a big brain.
So if you do that, you've got like a little hat then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that is very, very okay. There we go.
Go so like that. You see? Look.
That's good. Okay, there we go. I've got my little one. Got my little one.
Look at his head.
Oh my god. Wow.
It's so funny.
That looks beautiful.
I haven't done some of this for a while.
Okay.
But you get a lot of joy out of working with clay because you're putting your intent into it. And when I used to use it, it had to be like perfect. Everything had to be perfect. But now I don't care. It's the intent. That's the magic. And, you know, you start off with something in your mind of what you want it to look like, and it comes out completely different.
Wow.
I mean, look at that. I thought that was going to be a hat. It's a ponytail.
This looks like Gordon Ramsay hat. This is like Gordon Ramsay hat. Oh.
Gordon Ramsay.
Look at the cooking hat. It looks like...
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, and then we'll give you an eye. Actually, don't really have room for a face.
Oh, look, it looks like a little Chinese person. No, a Japanese person, you know, with the little ponytail at the back. Yeah. That's nothing like an elf, but, you know.
I just beheaded you. I'm so sorry.
I mean, elves can look how they want to look, can't they?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
Going to have you on in the background while I clean. Oh, you're in the cleaning mode.
Hey.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. In fact, we're even looking into doing podcasts, aren't we, stuff? So,
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, we've got lots of ideas, and we want to get a witchy community together.
Oh my God.
You know, a nice witchy community.
You literally look like an egg. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean you look like an egg? So, right, let's get back to what we were talking about, and that is the sorts of things we can do at autumn.
Yeah.
And there's all sorts of things like fruits, you know, different fruits.
I'm playing.
You can get oranges and you can stick cloves in them and you can put patterns all over them.
Yeah.
And then you can put them around the house and they smell lovely.
Oh.
And it's just another thing that you can do because oranges bring in that energy of the winter, you know?
Yeah.
And you can make drinks of orange with ginger in and, you know, all the spices. You probably wouldn't like it.
No.
But a lot of people do.
Yeah. I'm very fussy, guys. It looks like you've got a little poo in your head.
You're doing all right.
It looks like a little poo.
That's nice. Look, mine looks tubby. Look. But, yeah, so these elves, I mean, with my practice, it's so different to what we used to do in Coven. And it used to be huge rituals and it was taken so seriously.
You couldn't have a laugh.
Well, yeah, we did, but it was still, the ritual was always very serious.
Yeah.
And everything had to be perfect. I mean, the altars used to be absolutely amazing. I'm not joking. They were huge altars and you'd have a beautiful altar cloth for the colour of the season of the year. Then all the tools would be on there and we'd have 4 vases, huge vases full of flowers, 4 candles in huge brass holders, you know, tall ones. And they'd be really long candles. I'm talking about 16 inches in length. And we'd light them. We'd have the incense in like the censer that you could swing. So the room would be full of incense. It was done absolutely. Everyone was in beautiful robes. And, you know, and we had foliage in all around. And it was, you felt the autumn, you felt it because everything was designed to be that way. So, but everything, as I say, the rituals were very, very important. And the invocations had to be learned. So you didn't read it from a book. You had to speak it out.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, that looks more like your teacher.
I'll show you what she looks like.
That looks like a teacher.
I'll show you what she looks like. She doesn't look like that, but I'll show you what she looks like.
Put that up close. Show them what you've done.
I'm just trying to do the arms.
Oh, bless you.
I don't know how to do the arms.
Oh, yes, Star. There's lots coming out of the cauldron. We called it out of the cauldron because we wanted to pull all the witchy stuff out of the cauldron and give it to people. So, yeah.
I like that name.
Yeah, we liked it. So we thought we'd go ahead with that. And yeah, and of course.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, people do things differently in autumn, and there's lots of different types of celebrations. And I mean, even Christians do the harvest festivals and all that.
Oh, we're going to start learning about that.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, we do it every single year.
Oh, right. So you do something for that time.
It's
Oh,
just
of course you do, because it gives it to the elderly in the area, don't you? You do boxes of food.
We just give it to food banks.
Yeah.
Mum.
Oh, you just goes to the food banks
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Oh, right.
Mum.
It used to be different when I was a kiddie, all those centuries ago. We used to get them. They used to get all the food, and there'd be a harvest festival celebration, and they'd invite some of the elderly that lived there around the school, and then they would be given a box of food.
Oh.
Or we'd take it to people's addresses.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
That's better than what we do.
And now it just goes to a food bank.
We don't even see it go there.
Really?
We just, my mum, they always bring it, they always ask for like stuff. And she's like, really?
Need it for us.
Yeah.
It's got to the point where people can't afford to eat themselves.
Honestly, like when all these people bring things in, I haven't done it for a few years because it's kind of like, oh my god, wow, what a beauty!
And it's got big feet.
How did you make the legs? Oh my god!
It's you just push it around, and
you look like a mermaid.
Who does? That's good. It's good.
You look like a mermaid.
And it doesn't have to be like, you can just have it like that, and it sits on your altar. You can paint it different colours, put a little face on it.
Oh, your spinal cord is coming out of place. Sorry. Oh, a bit of breath.
And then what I do is I like to keep the arms up, because you're going to do your written thing. And when you do your, you write a pact, and you say in the pact about what you're going to do in return for their favour, for their protection, and, hope for the following year in the harvests and all that. So what you do is you do something in return. You give back to nature. So you promise what you're going to do. And a lot of people do things like feeding the animals in the winter, the wild animals in the area, or there's so much you can do, but you have to keep your pact, otherwise they might come and do something not so nice. And yeah, but it's not everybody's cup of tea to do that. You can do a normal ritual, just invoking Freya, invoking the energy of autumn into your home, bringing the evergreens in from the outside, and decorating your home, just doing nice things for people around the area that you, maybe neighbours that don't see people. It's just really a time of coming together and knowing that the dark nights are going to draw in, and it's a time of reflection and learning new things. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I mean, my elf isn't as good as last year's elf, but it doesn't matter. Every year's a bit different. Looks more like a bunny now.
Mine looks like a mermaid.
But yeah, you can have fun with it. And I mean, I know a lot of kids that like doing the elf on the shelf, and that's a Christmas thing. So
no, I find it creepy.
What, the elf on the shelf?
It's just I don't like its face.
They do. A friend of mine, she has real fun with that. They've got they live in the same house and they share the mortgage. So like they're friends that have been friends all their lives, and so they share this house. And so one of them has got a family, and so she's got children that have grown up and grandchildren. So these little grandchildren, every year they get this elf on the shelf. And last year they put the elf on the shelf, and then when the kids went to bed, they got chocolate out and put it all around its mouth and on its hands, and fingerprints all over the shelf. And then because they said to the children the night before, keep an eye on them because they might be naughty. When they got up in the morning, they all went, oh, look what the elf's done. It's eating the chocolate. And they come running out and go, oh, no. And they've looked at it, and of course it's got chocolate all over its hands and its mouth and all over the place.
Little do they know it's mum.
And they've moved it also and put it in a slightly different area, but on the shelf. And they really believe it, bless them.
I used to, my childminder's daughter, she used to.
What's that? I like to think the elves are like the ones in the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it's nice to think of them like that.
You know, there's a birthday one as well.
It's a birthday one?
Yeah, I saw it in Home Bargains a few years ago.
Okay.
But I remember last year, I don't really like up on the shelves. They just scare me. I can't lie. They just look.
Why?
I just don't like their faces.
Oh.
They're just creepy.
Oh, well, I won't put the elf in your room then.
And
but as I say, when you've done your pact,
yeah.
You need to have the arms open so you can stick a bit of paper in.
I don't mind this one.
So,
it's just like the ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
Like, they knew I didn't like it.
So that's my little one. And it doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be painted. It's the intent of what's within going in. And that's what you do. And then when you write your pact, you roll it up and you put it with it. So it might be that you want it to sit on it, or you can put it in its arms, or just that sort of thing. And then you keep it on your altar all through the winter. And as I say, my one that I did last year is now going to be destroyed because you don't need it. It's last year's. So you need to burn the pact that you wrote. I also put a little bit of blood on it. So like I do a little pinprick and I just put a thumbprint on it because it's like signing with you. So yeah. And then I roll it up and don't think no more of it. And then hopefully you get what you've asked for. And as long as you keep your end of the bargain, then you should, come out of winter with no problems as such. Yeah. So, yeah. So what sort of things do you do, Ian?
I'm going to quickly go for a wee.
Are you going? Yeah. Okay. You didn't show him what yours looked like.
Oh, I think I did.
Did you?
I think so.
Oh, bless.
It looks a bit...
Oh, dear. Oh, pumps are playing up now. So, apart from autumn, excuse me, my pump's playing up. Okay. We're coming up to the next season as well, and I really look forward to that one. I love Samhain. I love that time of the year, Winterfell. And there's so much you can do for that as well. But also, you can use apples at this time of the year, and you can make. I know Star was telling me about what she does with apples, and she slices them and makes like crisps out of them. So that's really nice. I'm going to give that a go. On our other channel, Ian, we're going to talk about different things like that, like foods they have in America and like foods that we have over here. And we're going to maybe do some, we also give readings. We also do all sorts of stuff. But yeah, we're open to that. We're also going to have guests on, and we've got so much planned for it. But also want to keep this one going as well, get all the information I want out for people. So that's not going to stop. Do you? Yeah, that's good. No, that's really good, because if you work with them, especially the dark elves, they work with the ancestors because they live in the underworld. They live in the earth between the underworld and above. So, they're the ones that do that. Whereas the light elves, they live in Alfablot. So that's a bright place, really bright and full of light and love. But then you've got your black elves as such, which are more like the gnomes, and they're very creative. So they do a lot of stuff. So yeah, there's the 3 types, but they're the black ones are really known more like gnomes, or so they all have their differences. But as I say, I like the light ones. I will work with the darker ones, but obviously only on my terms, because they can get a bit stroppy. So yeah, that'd be great. I always like to set up an altar at this time of year also for my ancestors and family that I've lost, and animals are included in that. So you can set up a nice altar at this time of the year in all the autumn colours, because if you're working in a circle and you go by the quarters, so you've got, you start with air, then fire, then water, then between water and earth is like going round to autumn itself. So then you've got the death part, which you open up from north to east is the death door. So that's the door that's opened up for Samhain to let the past ones come back for that night. But from water to earth is the other part, which is always about, rebirth. And we have that because the trees die, the leaves fall, but they come back again, don't they? So it's about death and life and all that. So we use that very much so. We work on the different quarters at different times of the year. But we also bring in the energies from above and the energies from below as well. And that includes the elves. And a lot of rituals are done where we bring in the gnomes and the elves. That's interesting to do as well. So yeah, I think one of my videos, I don't know. So you're utilising a lot of apples. Oh, hi Kirk. Lovely to see you here. Next Friday for Freya's feast day. That's lovely. She loves apples. She likes anything sweet though, doesn't she? She likes a bit of chocolate. She certainly likes mead. So that's great. So what are you going to do with the apples if you're utilising them? You're going to make concoctions out of them, like food and drink, or you're going to decorate with them. That'd be interesting. I like to use apples. Have you ever done the apple bobbing game that's done a lot of people do it at Halloween?
I don't like it.
No, because you don't know whose mouth to spin on each one, do you?
It's gross. Absolutely. I could never do it.
You know what we used to do in Coven, and it used to be quite horrific. They used to get us all to stand with our backs to each other, so like in a circle, and then we had to be blindfolded. And then the high priest and high priestess, they used to make these little thimbles with little concoctions in them, like little drinks, and they used to put things like mustard and something in one, so it'd be hot and it'd burn, or peppers that would burn you. And whiskey with like peppers, so like, and then they would line them up for the amount of people, so all different types. So there could be sweet ones there as well, nice ones, minty ones, and all sorts. And then they used to line them up, and then they used to ask the gods to pick the one for the person, and then they go up to you and they'd make you drink it. And if it was a bitter, horrible one, they'd say, "That's what the gods wanted for you."
Right.
I know. But we used to love this time. You're doing the ritual for killing the god. That we used to be in the woods, and we used to use a huge athame, but a large one. And we'd have one of the priests would be dressed as the god, and of course the high priestess would have the athame.
Yeah.
And you do the calling of, like, she would call the god, and then the god would come into the priest, and then she'd be invoked beforehand, and then she'd go up and a big loaf of bread. I used to make the bread, and it would be like made into sheaf, like wheat sheaf, and we would hide the bread underneath the god, so he'd have like a cloak on, and then we'd do the ritual, and then she would stab him, and it looked so real, even though it wasn't real. Obviously she wasn't hurting him, and he would collapse on the floor, and then she'd pick the bread up, and then they would like bless the bread and the wine. So yeah.
Wow.
And we used to think if somebody walked past and saw that, they'd think they were like seeing a real murder.
You'd have to explain, like,
apple cider and mead. Oh, mead, I love mead. Oh, it's lovely. Yeah, I'll be cutting them up nicely, and drizzle honey on them. Oh, that sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cinnamon apples are nice. Toffee apples are nice.
I don't mind toffee. I don't like
Yeah.
cinnamon.
Have you ever had the real toffee around them? With
I've never had it with an apple.
No? You should get Mum to make some.
Yeah.
They're easy to make. You just get some toffee and then melt it down and then stick the apple on a
Yeah,
stick.
when I get my braces
And
off,
it dries almost immediately. It goes hard.
Yeah.
I know you can't with that, yeah.
Next year.
But next year. And you can do chocolate ones as well.
Oh, okay.
Melt the chocolate and put it in with the chocolate. I've seen ones like that,
and I'm always really scared to try it, but
yeah,
I'm really scared to try.
I just think
like
it's
that.
Even though I love the summer, I do enjoy the winter months
winter's the best.
because you can be cozy and you can be within your own.
Yeah,
and you can spend time that you might have been busy in the summer. Whereas you can spend time learning things.
And you're not too...
Toffee apples, lovely. Yeah, they are lovely.
I feel like winter just feels more cozier.
Yeah.
Where when it's the summer, I hate it.
The only thing I don't like is seeing all the trees bare.
Yeah.
I like the leaves turning different colours. And I know that Star, she said about putting them on her window. So putting them, getting some of that glue, moss postle, I don't know what it's called. Mush pot. Mosh posh. I don't know, they call it something different in America, but it's like that white paste that dries clear, and she's going to put it on her window, all the leaves. I think that would look lovely.
Yeah. I think so.
But I made a suggestion to her about getting some acrylic and actually getting a leaf and putting them in acrylic, and then you've got like little plates with a leaf that's never gonna die. So it's going to be stuck in that acrylic, isn't it?
Oh, that's good.
I think I might do that this year.
You should.
So, and then, but I know people get fed up because I start one thing and then I want to make a lot of them. And then they're everywhere. Yeah. And then I think, oh, why did I do all that?
Yeah. And then I think it will be good. It'll be good.
Yeah. But so any of your rituals and things, lovely if you shared them, guys, because also Ian and you, Kirk, on this new channel that we've got, we are going to give the opportunity to people to share their stories, share anything like coming up, so any ghost stories or anything, things that have happened to you, and anyone that wants them read out, we will read them out, and anyone that will want to come on the show eventually, you can come. We're going to have anybody on there, really, those that want to be on there that have got something to share.
Yeah.
And you can just pop in and pop out. So yeah, it's not something you've got to be on the whole time. But that'll be on the Out of the Cauldron channel. So we're hoping that that's going to be interesting for people.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we just want to do something different as well. But it's all witchy stuff. So, and anybody that's interested in, light workers, witches, psychics. We're going to cover so many different subjects and even controversial ones, because I think that's nice to be able to talk with people about things. So we normally go premiering with it so that people can still put comments, but eventually when we get quite a few people, then we will do lives there, and that's going to be on Saturdays, on Saturday evenings, or it depends where you are in the world, obviously. It normally works out that it's the evening here, but earlier for her.
Kirk said that'd be awesome. Would you ever interview us?
Of course. Yes, because I mean, Seder practitioners are classed as Nordic shamans, and it's nice to know different types of shamans and what they get up to, and what their rituals are like, and what their story is, how they become one. And whose phone was that?
I think that was yours. I think I'm Do Not Disturb though. What?
Oh, I'll tell you, my phone.
I'm literally not on Do Not Disturb.
Oh dear. That would be awesome. Would you ever? Yeah. Yes, I definitely would interview. And also I have a Heart to Heart with TOVA on my channel. So if you wanted to appear on that, you're quite welcome to appear on that.
Yeah.
So yeah. I just want to open it up to people that want to be on it, really.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's got to have a channel if they haven't got one.
Yeah, I feel
if they've
like
got a story to tell, if they've got a life thing that people can learn from,
yeah, I
then
agree.
that's great.
Like, even if you don't have like a channel, it's still.
It doesn't mean you've got to have a channel.
Exactly.
You know, and also, like, I've got a new, I've got people lined up, and I know I'm starting Heart to Heart with TOVA next Saturday evening. I've got a person coming. Yeah, you're going to be in it as well.
Oh yeah.
You're going to be there too. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah. But guys, you know, it's lovely to be able to connect with people, and it's nice to see what they want as well out of things. So if you do go over to that channel, I know Star's going to be putting up a poll. We did it last week. 3 types of videos of what you would like, and then you tick what one you want, and then we go with the one that's got the most votes, and we do it that week. So she's going to be putting another poll up, but we've got one ready to go up for this Saturday. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing. I mean, we've grown already. I'm so pleased it's taken off so well. So yeah,
it's actually really good.
It is. I mean, I was surprised at you know, I know a lot of the people are people that are on our channels, but we are getting views from people that are not on our channels, so that's good.
That's really good.
And also Starlight, the Wild Witch, she's got a lovely channel too, guys. So if you ever get a chance, go over to hers, give her some love too.
Yeah.
She's a lovely lady, and
I recommend watching.
Yeah, she's got 2 lovely dogs. They're little corgis, and they're cute.
Cute.
And they're beautiful colours as well, aren't they?
The
dogs, one's sort of black and white, and the other one's different. They're sort of browny colour. But yeah, for corgis, I'd never seen a corgi with like patchy eyes, and they're really lovely.
Cute.
And like my dog, he won't come upstairs, otherwise he would be here poking his nose in.
Yeah, he'd probably be sniffing the camera.
But if for some reason we can't get him to come up the stairs,
yeah,
and I don't understand why he won't come up the stairs.
Maybe he's scared, because I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes he just looks up.
He does look up the stairs, but I've tried everything. Put food on the steps, but he stretches because he's a greyhound, and he stretches right up the stairs and he can get the food, but he won't actually walk up the stairs.
Yeah.
And we've tried putting the lead on and walking up with him, but no, he just freezes. I feel sorry for him because he's missing out, really.
Yeah, because Bob would come upstairs, but it was only my room.
I told my students about your channel. Oh, thank you, Kurt. That's really kind. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
That's really nice.
You're getting
Yeah, it's nice to get people that you can chat with, and you know. And I mean, this channel, I started it in 2009. Can you believe? I mean, a lot of the early videos are not on there anymore because they were all over the place and they were on different subjects. So I decided, sort of, even though I started it then, it sort of started properly with one sort of thing.
Yeah.
In 2018, I would say.
I remember when I used to think you were famous.
I know, you did, didn't you?
Subscribers. Or like you had like 5, and I'd think that you were famous.
But yeah, it's been a learning curve, and the reason I wanted to do it was it's a vocation more than anything. It's not a money making thing.
Yeah, she's not she is the kindest. So...
Oh, but you're partial. I'm your nan.
But I'd still say that if you want.
Yeah. I just want, you know, any training that I've had to share with those that that can't get any training.
Yeah.
So they can get it.
And free.
From the, you know, YouTube Witchy.
Yeah, because
I
feel like it's just unfair, say, if you were to make them pay. I feel like that's unfair, which you obviously agree.
On this, I mean, obviously, if I started something like Patreon and I was giving, like, you know, more for that, and I probably do a very low paid subscription,
like £1.
but not at this precise time. No, I don't feel drawn to that at all.
You're just there, and I think it's good having like you on YouTube. Because say like one day, this sounds really sad, but when you're not there anymore,
you can still see me and hear me.
Exactly, and I'll never forget what you sound like.
Oh, bless you. I'm not going anywhere yet.
Yeah, obviously. I mean,
well, nobody knows how long they've got, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going anywhere yet.
Yeah, you're the closest. No, I'm close to everyone, but I think me and you always.
Well, we're very bonded, and that's due to how it all happened, really, when you was born and everything.
Yeah,
so
I'm really glad that, because not everyone gets that.
I saw you before your mum saw you.
Don't you have like arguments over that?
No, she was really good about it, actually.
Oh.
Well, she was out of it, so she didn't know. Somebody had to be there for you, didn't they? Yeah. And when you came out in the little cot thing, the little glass, your little face, all I saw was these two big eyes looking out at me. This tiny little body and these two big eyes. And you blinked. It was so funny. They put you in this like blanket, wrapped it up through like a little cocoon with this head popping out the top with a little hat on.
Oh, no. That's awful.
I mean, you were tiny. I mean, yeah. But yeah, so we've been really close, haven't we?
Yeah, like I've always spent, like when I used to leave like this, I used to literally have a full-on meltdown.
I know you did.
I used to cry. I used to say, I don't want to go.
Oh, so Kirk, so you have students. That's really nice. So you give lessons to people. That's really cool. That's lovely. I'll have to check you out.
Yeah.
Check him out, eh?
Yeah.
You could check him out now.
Yeah, we can. I will.
Kirk touring. Yeah.
I'm even on dark mode. This is illegal.
So, yeah, I mean, shamanism is lovely. I know people tend to think it's one type of shamanism. There are types of shamanism in a lot of different cultures, but it's known as different. It's just different.
Found you.
Ah.
Wow.
What is it? I'm going to have to subscribe to you, Kirk.
Yeah.
Yeah, subscribe to him now.
Yeah. I'll send you the channel.
Yep. We'll do it on my phone.
Yeah, I'll send it you. It's just easier.
You now have some new subscribers.
Yay.
Oh, that's lovely. You train healers. That's nice.
It to you,
that's really cool. I like that.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay, we're subscribing.
Lovely jubbly. Are you in America?
Subscribe.
Are you in America, Kirk? I mean, Ian's in England. I'm in England. You're in England.
Really? I thought I was in Spain.
We're in the same.
Really? I thought I was in Spain today.
Oh, that's nice training healers. Yeah, we do a lot of healings for people. And of course, shamanically, I do like to do a bit of that. And I do a lot of sound healings as well. I like to do that with my drum and my rattle and anything I can lay my hands on, really, that makes a noise. My staff, banging that around. Get the energy comes through in different stages on the staff. It's really amazing. When you bang it, you get different vibrations at different parts of it. Makes different noises. Didn't you know that? Nay, she says. Oh, in America, cool. Yeah, do you know I get a lot of people on my channel from America?
Yeah.
England don't. I mean, apart from
A few.
apart from Ian, I don't get many at all from England.
There's not,
It's strange.
There's not many.
It's strange.
There's not many. It's There's not many, is there?
But I appreciate who I get, whoever comes on here, and I really appreciate Ian. He's been one of my followers for a long time, haven't you? And I really, I do appreciate the fact that you come back.
That's sweet.
And it is nice, very nice. I do appreciate who I get.
Yeah.
And I try to answer every comment I get as well. I mean, obviously, if I got like hundreds, which I can't see that happening, but if it did, then it would be a bit more difficult. But
you try, but
I try.
It's like difficult.
But yeah, it's nice. I'm so pleased I found your channel.
Yay!
I shall be looking at your stuff, and yeah, cool. So, what's the time? How long have we been on?
1 hour and 50.
Okay, so I think we're going to leave it there. Kirk, your Freya invocation video. Oh, did you like that one? Oh, I do. Freya is really someone I really do look up to. She's been there for me, and she can be tough sometimes, but she's also very reliable and very compassionate. And when we spend time together in the quiet times, it's very strong. And but I've been getting Odin a lot more as well recently, and it's almost like he pops in more than he used to. But he shows himself, like I see him, his face in things, and it's normally it's from behind me, so it's there and it's fleeting, but and then I'll get something that I know I've got to do. Somebody will ask for help, or there'll be a situation, and I know Odin's pointed them to me, so I go ahead with it.
Yeah.
And sometimes Freya gets annoyed with him. And I know it sounds funny, but it's like the energies get annoyed with each other, almost at saying, you know what, this is my time, not yours. And but Freya is a brilliant goddess. And of course, she loves the animals. And I love animals so much.
Yeah.
And if I'm passing, giving message from animals to their loved ones over here, she often pops in as well, because she goes and looks after them in their part where they are until you meet them again.
Yeah.
And so she brings the messages through. Oh, it's my thingy again. It's my insulin pump, guys. I'm sorry about that. It does this. There we go. Yeah. But that's lovely. I'm pleased you like that one. It must be my very first one, is it? And a lot of people like that one, and it's done quite well over the time it's been on there.
Yeah.
But I do like to do my own invocations. I like to really write my own stuff and my own songs as well. A lot of when you hear the drum and chanting, it's me. And funnily enough, I was uploading a video the other day, and it was my voice and my song, and it was taking forever to say whether it, was there a copyright on it. And I'm thinking, no, there's no copyright on that because it's mine.
Exactly. It was taking ages. It was like it was trying to get you.
It was like it was trying to tell me, that's a copyright.
But
no.
they couldn't.
So at some point, I want to get all my bits of music that I've done, and I want to put it all together on a video, and so people can use the chants and the things that I've done.
Yeah.
With maybe some lovely pictures of Scandinavia, like videos of different scenes.
Yeah.
I've got that in my head that I want to do that. But then I think if it is the music, I'm going to have to. I mean, I don't mind other people using it, but I don't want them saying it's theirs.
Yeah, that is annoying.
Yeah. Because it isn't. But I'm saying that. People might not think, I don't want that.
I'm sure not, because it's copyright
free.
But
because this is Gulda, it's my Gulda. And so it's very personal music. It's very part of my rituals. So I'm sharing a part of myself when I do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're still doing stuff, aren't you, in your own way?
Yeah.
And she's going to follow on from me, aren't you, darling?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to take over when I'm not here. And hopefully there'll be something for you to carry on, you know, because if I'm doing this, who knows what it could end up into. And then you could take over. So I'm going to be teaching her in the new year some of the healing stuff so that she can do that for people.
Yeah.
And it will get you more in touch with the ancestors and the guides that help you, and not just deity, but, you know, there's others that you can be in contact with. And some of the ancestors are brilliant to work with when you're doing healings.
Yeah.
So you need to learn to call upon them. And we need to get you a staff as well. We need to get you to make one.
Yeah.
So we need to find, I say probably this time of year it'd be okay to do that, because the wood would be falling. We can get to the woods, and then you can do some whittling. We call it whittling.
Whittling.
You know, taking the bark off.
Oh, yeah.
And then you shape it and you add bits to it, and you put your markers on, so runes or Theban script or whatever you feel.
Yeah.
And you can do that and put things on.
Yeah.
And you can have one like mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can do a lot with the staff.
Yeah.
Exactly. We do need more healers and healings. And the world is just one big place that needs healing. Really. There's a lot of people in pain out there. And I don't mean just pain of illnesses, but pain, deep pain.
Yeah.
Of what's happening around them.
Yeah.
So
it's tough.
It is tough. And if more witches were to get together with their energies, and maybe, I know, like, you know, the old day witches in England used to do that. They would get together in huge groups and focus on the thing that they wanted to help, and they gave everything. But I think a lot of that's been lost, and we need to bring that back. And I think it's another reason why we're doing these channels, is to bring a community together of witches and other people that are that way inclined, healers and, you know, shamans and all sorts, and to bring that together so we can do some healings. We can do that online. We can get together and do huge healings once a month or whatever. That is something I would like to do as well.
Yeah.
So it'd be great to have healers there that are really good, like you, Kirk.
Yeah, that would be good.
So that'd be great.
That would be good.
The only nightmare with that is getting people's time zones right. It depends where they are as to what time that they would get in on that, but I'm sure it could be done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we'll have to leave it there now, guys. Thank you so much for coming, because I didn't expect anyone to turn up. We did
4
it
people.
Again. We did it sort of just
Randomly.
random. Healing for forests would be good. Yes, definitely. I agree. More positivity in the occult community. Yes. That is so important. I think a lot of people have lost touch with what it's really about, and I want to try and bring that back. And I know Star does as well. We just want, you know, to bring that life back into it, and to share that energy and that love, and to bring some life back into it all. And yeah. Cara! Oh, we can't go yet, can we? Hi, Cara. How are you? I was just saying we was just about to pop off, but now you're here, we might stay a bit longer. We're talking about getting the community together to actually bring forth healings and stuff. She's doing her thing now, guys. Look, she's gone for it. Do you know what? I need some light. I need my candle.
I actually don't sit still. I've just realised.
I know you don't, and I have to have my candle. You know, the candle is so beautiful, and it's so alive.
Got water in it.
No, that's not water. That's wax, darling.
Oh, okay.
It's melted wax.
Guys, I'm not dumb, I promise.
No, you're not dumb. But you don't work with candles all the time like I do.
No, Mum doesn't trust me with the candle. I mean, I don't blame her, to be honest. I'd probably drop it on the floor.
You know, the flame is like life itself, warmth and
That's
joy
pretty.
and peace, and
Take a picture.
like we can't live without light, we can't live without heat, we can't live without this. And of course you've got your salamanders in there, and it's one of the things that I used to be able to do is to sit and stare into the flame, and out of it would come all these little green things, and they would fly in the air, and I thought everyone could see them. And this particular night we was doing this, staring into the candle in coven, and I'm saying, oh look, there's red ones now as well. And they said, what are you talking about? I was saying, you know, the little creatures that come out of the flame. I was saying, what creatures? And I had to show them I had to tell them how I saw them, and then they started to see them too. And they were like they're like little round blobs with an innard with something in the middle which is see-through. And they're like long and thin, and they float in the air, and they're green and they're red.
Oh.
Yeah. And I used to sit staring for ages while that happened, and they just used to fly about. And then I started to talk to them in my mind.
Yeah.
And ask them, you know, are they upset that I'm staring at them, or is it okay? You know, where do they come from? Yeah. And after a while, I used to get things come through, and I knew what it was they were saying.
Oh.
And this is what I mean about, you know, the magic of being a witch or being a healer or being a shaman, is that we're seeing the unseen, we're living the unseen, and we're accepting what we're seeing, which the muggles don't.
Yeah.
They don't understand any of that. So when I hold my candle, I'm not just holding a candle. I'm holding an energy. I'm holding a whole life in my hands. And I'm joining with it. And that's what I want to do with the community. I want to bring people together that are like-minded and want the best for the witches and the healers and the shamans. And this one's going to be learning that as well. So, like, when you hold a candle, what do you feel? Hold it with both hands. Don't worry about that. Just hold it level and just look into the flame. What do you feel? You haven't got to feel something. Just go with your gut instinct.
I like the light.
Yeah, the light will draw you in. And then in the middle, you see that black bit in the middle?
Yeah.
That will then turn into something lifting off of it. And as it lifts off, it comes floating out the top. And you might start to see these little things coming out. If you stare at it long enough, you will. I mean, I can see them coming out now. These little red ones. But no, it doesn't matter if you can't see them. It takes time.
Yeah.
But you might start to see them if you practice on that.
Yeah.
And they're just letting you know that there are creatures in all things.
Yeah.
There's life in everything.
Yeah.
And so when you go and you see a tree, it's not just a tree.
It looks like it's growing.
Yeah, you're seeing it. Yeah, that's what happens. And sometimes it turns different colours as well. It might go blue or it might go green.
It's really bright now.
Yeah.
It looks like a nail.
Yeah. You might be able to do divination, you see. You might start to see shapes in the flame. And, you know, to me it looks like a little figure of a person.
It looks like a nail or a shoe for me.
Yeah? But that could be like, you know, you're going to move forwards in something because you're seeing a shoe, which means you're going to walk.
Yeah.
Yeah? So, yeah, these are good things to do to help you to
It's like
move.
green.
Yeah, it's turning green. You might start seeing them lift off in a minute. But it's a really nice thing to do. But as I was saying, when you go to see the tree, you try to look within the tree. You don't just see the tree.
Yeah.
When you get a leaf, you look at the leaf, but you look within the leaf. When you get down on the grass and you look at a blade of grass, you look within the grass. You don't just see the grass. And that is part of getting in touch with the real nature of everything. And it's the same with water. If you put your finger in a bowl of water and you go like that, you know, you're going to see swirls. Oh, that's cool. Yep. Fire scrying. I love it too. It's so cool. And it's so, you just bond with it. I think you're bonding with it, aren't you? I can see you're being drawn in. It's really cool. You should be, because you're like me. So you're gonna see things. And once you start, you can't stop.
Yeah. They're like green.
Yeah.
Green in the middle.
Yeah. And they are creatures. They're going to warm to you because they can sense your energy. And they know what you are within.
It looks more forward.
Yes. And you also check the candle flame. Is it like flickering upwards? Is it going to the left, to the right?
It's like moving.
All these things have a meaning.
It's like moving a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a nail anymore.
And there's no air in here. We haven't got a fan on. We haven't got any air coming in. So you know that
it's like really green now.
Yeah.
And it's moving up.
Yep. That's a sign that spirit's here. If it starts to go upwards like that, it means spirit's near.
Yeah.
What's this? I see, what's that? I see. Oh, that's lovely. Yes. You see lots of faces. Yeah, I love tree gazing as well. Oh, I love trees. That was one of the first things that brought me into it all, was seeing the trees and noting that they had different personalities and that they looked different. And even if they were the same type of tree, you could look at one and it looked elderly. You could look at another and it looked young. You could look at another one, it was all bent over, like it was elderly again, but needing a stick. It's like really weird.
I'm not crying,
but what?
I don't know.
That's emotion, darling. That's connection.
Oh,
that's spiritual connection.
That confused me. I wasn't even crying, and I just...
Yeah, you're feeling it, which is wonderful. Because we don't just see things, we feel it.
It's more orange now.
Yeah. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. The more you do it, the more you want to do it. Yes, I like the smoke as well. And the clouds. They're all wonderful ways. I used to have a wardrobe when I was growing up at home, which had, like, it was dark walnut. And every time I'd go to bed, I would see faces in that wood. And it would freak me out because I was a child. And I remember once my dad had to turn it around because I couldn't go to sleep because the faces were staring at me.
Yeah. I see, like, shapes in the clouds.
Yeah. But see, not everybody does.
Really? Like,
that's because we have the ability. We have the sight.
I thought that was normal.
Not for everybody. Not everybody can see like that.
I don't know, like, when I was, there was this one time I
love it. I love it.
There was this one time, it was when I was in primary, I was upset about Jack.
Yeah.
And I was, like, thinking about him. I looked in the clouds, and it was, like, a shape of, like, his face, maybe? Something like that.
Maybe. Oh, I've got, ah!
Oh my God, don't burn on fire.
No, I'm not going to go on fire. I've got candle wax on me now. Oh, that's my fault. That'll come off in a minute. Oh, when it dries. Yeah. Love scrying in smoke. Yes. So, guys, I don't know if you know Cara. What's that? Yeah. I don't know if you know Cara. I've told everybody else, but whether you've been, I don't know. But the new channel between me and Starlight, Out of the Cauldron, and that's going to be posted this Saturday, I think. We've got another one on that. So if you're interested, that will be there, and it'll be a premiere if you want to join in. So yeah, that's doing really well. We're really happy about that. And then of course, if you haven't been on Starlight's channel, she's brilliant. You want to go and give her some love,
please do.
And,
she deserves it.
Yeah, and of course she's very much like us. She wants to bring people together in love and harmony and light and healing.
That was really weird.
What?
I didn't even feel a tear in my eye.
Well, that's emotion. That's compassion. That's a knowledge that comes with feeling.
I didn't even. I was just like, oh.
I could see you was getting really drawn in. That's really good because you've not tried that before, have you?
No, I never. I've never really been like that proper close to a candle before.
Well, your mum don't let you.
No,
but you can do it over here.
Yeah, because I've got you, so I wouldn't do it alone.
Oh no, I wouldn't let you do it on your own.
Imagine set the house on fire.
That's all right, Star. You're welcome. You've done your cleaning.
How's your cleaning going?
So yeah, do you know what time you're putting the video up, Star, so that they know? Is it the same time as normal, or I don't know. So yeah.
Oh, your spinal cord is breaking.
Whose? Mine?
No.
Oh, you're talking to your elf.
Yeah. When he's
a disabled one.
Yeah. Oh, your spinal is just. Yeah.
I can't believe I just put a load of that wax all down my trousers.
Is it wet?
No, it's drying, but it's going to stain.
Oh no! I know. It's black as well.
I know.
Oh, you're very, very disabled now.
Oh, my trousers are disabled. Bless.
Well, I mean, it was once a mermaid, but...
Don't worry, you can make another one.
Yeah. It's still beautiful, really.
And you said you don't want one anyway.
It's just off my shoulder.
What's that? I'll message you about the time. Okay. Well, I'll put the info up on the community tab, guys, so that you can get an idea of when. And Star will tell me when. Bless her. We'll talk about that. Cool. That's cool. So, guys, I don't know if you want to finish now or carry on or just let me know.
Yeah, it's up to you guys.
But, yeah, you're doing well, aren't you, now with some of it?
Yeah, I'm good.
I think you need to ramp it up a bit more now. So when you come at the weekends, we need to do a little bit with you each weekend now.
I liked that thing we did a few months ago.
What?
You put something in my mind.
Oh, yeah, trying to read each other's minds.
It was weird because it was really... Like, we got it.
Yeah, you.
It was an old person sitting in a chair with glasses.
I vaguely remember.
I remember it really well. It was like an old lady or man. I think it was a lady.
Yeah.
Sat in a chair.
Right.
With glasses, like so.
Okay, and you saw that in your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Cool. Well, you need to do that a bit more. We need to do that where you're sitting and seeing what you can pick up, and then you can start to, get stronger in that, and then you'll be able to do your divination a lot better.
Yeah.
Because you'll be open to it more. So we do some of that. What's that? TOVA. How does eating meat fit in Norse spirituality? I personally, as a Seder practitioner, I don't go by the mainstream Nordic belief system. So I would think that Astru and things like that, they would eat meat because meat was a form of protein and was very needed in the old days to keep them well during the winter. The fats and everything would have been used, and I think veganism nowadays is something that has grown over the modern era, and there's a lot of people that do that, and that's fine, that's lovely. But for people that eat meat, I think they would just carry on. In my practice, I've been vegan, I've been pescatarian, I've been vegetarian, but because of my health issues, I'm now back eating meat. And so that is for my health. Well, yeah, we all feel the guilt because we love animals. And I think the best way around that, if you're looking at that I think if the animals was given longer to live and given a nicer place to live and treated with respect and looked after the way they should be looked after, then when it comes to their life ending, done in the right way, not in a horrible way, and not like the way they drag the animals away from each other. I mean, that is so cruel. Yes, I feel guilt in that. And if it came to having to kill an animal myself, I couldn't do it. But I have to tell myself it is what it is. But I don't shut my eyes to what goes on.
Yeah.
Definitely not. And if I could live without meat, I probably would. But it's just something that I have to do because of my health.
Lopsided man.
And people say, oh, it's not a health thing, you can live without it. But
people just need to
I have serious illnesses, and if I stop eating meat, I have a very low hemoglobin level and iron, but it's not, the two things are different. So now my iron's built up, but I still have a low hemoglobin because I have kidney damage. And so if I don't eat right, then I can get worse and I can die. So I'm not having
I just feel like people should just be less judgmental.
Yes, I think everyone should do what's right for them.
And just focus on what they're doing and not other people.
I agree with you. Because there's too many people out there telling each other what they should and shouldn't do. And I think it comes down to your own conscience and your own health and whether you can do it or not.
Exactly.
It's not something everybody can do. But again, I think people should also know what the animals are going through. I think that children grow up thinking that meat is something you get in a supermarket.
Yeah, I remember.
You know, they don't realise that that's actually an animal.
Yeah.
Which is rather strange.
Yeah.
But then how would they know unless they live in the countryside?
Yeah, exactly.
Or see it going on. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. But yes, I love animals. I love them to bits, and it really hurts me to see what they go through. But I think in Nordic spirituality, animals are loved very much so, but they're also, they know that the life and the death thing with animals, that when they did their sacrifices, animals were sacrificed, but they do it in a certain way. They do it in very quickly.
Yeah,
it's not. The animal doesn't even know sometimes it's going to happen. So I think done like that, you know, death is horrible, whatever way you look at it.
Yeah.
But I think we have to go by how we feel inside.
Sensor.
Perhaps it's in our. It could well be. It really could be, because what was that alert before? Yeah, I know. It's my tablet things over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thanks, darling. I have to have some sugar. No, that's tablets.
Yeah.
No, is there a what they call the
sugar
sugar things? Yeah, them. That's it. Thank you. Yes, my pump telling me I'm going too low in sugar. So, yes, just need to have a couple of these.
Yeah.
So I know that a lot of people that turn into witches stop eating meat, but you know, it's down to the individual, I think.
Yeah.
I couldn't personally kill an animal.
Yeah, I don't think.
I'll probably get forced into not eating meat then.
Yeah. I don't know how people do it.
Even fish, when you look at fish, really.
I feel that's sad. Like, people always say, like, someone literally said to me, that's not me. But it technically is.
Mm.
They were like, and I'm just like, well, what is it then?
When I was pescatarian,
yeah,
I used to eat fish.
Yeah.
And dairy products. But when you're a vegetarian, I think some vegetarians don't eat fish.
No.
So, I don't know, but like your mum, who's full vegan,
Yeah.
it's everything.
Yeah, she,
even down to sweets, you know, because some of the sweets have got animal fats in.
Stuff like that.
You do fish.
Really, I
Yeah.
can't stand fish. But I don't really like a lot, do I?
I've never seen you eat fish.
I hate it.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, I hate it. It's disgusting.
I mean, you're vegan as well, aren't you?
Not like Mum. Just a vegetarian.
Well, you don't eat any meat.
No, I just don't. I eat dairy though. Mum don't.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But you don't have milk.
No.
But you eat cheese.
I don't really eat butter either. Just cheese.
Yeah, so...
That's kind of the only dairy I eat.
Yeah, exactly. So you're almost a full vegan.
Yeah, almost. Just, I couldn't give up cheese.
No, I couldn't give cheese
I'm
up.
sorry. I'm sorry, okay?
But the animal's not dying from that, but obviously it comes from milk, which is pinched from the little babies.
And my dietitian said that I need cheese, so
You've got an excuse. Yeah.
And cheese is the best though.
But I don't think your mum eats vegan cheese, does she?
I think she does.
Oh.
I'm sure that we spoke about it before. She has like vegan cheese and pizza.
Right.
I mean, I've never tried it. I'm too scared.
Don't look very nice.
I mean, I'm too scared to try most things that are like...
When I was doing it before, they had cans of pretend tuna.
Oh no, I don't like tuna.
Don't look a bit like tuna, and the texture is nothing like tuna.
I think Mum, she's used to it. So she said to you that it's like the actual thing. I mean, I like the corn stuff, but the things she likes, I don't like.
I think to me, because of living most of my life as a meat eater, when I tried to have the corn stuff, it was a totally different texture.
Yeah.
And even though it had the taste, it didn't have the texture.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't. I did it for 3 years.
I'm too scared of tofu.
Yeah.
I'm too scared to try that. I mean, oh God, getting me to try food is like...
I know. You live on pasta.
I do. It's the best. Pasta, cheese.
Pasta and cheese. This child was almost an adult now.
I grew up like...
Yeah, you have grown up.
I grew up like
She lives on... What's that stuff you was eating last week?
Oh, macaroni
I bought
cheese.
8 packs of it and she ate the lot. Macaroni cheese.
It's just... I can't describe it. It's my favourite. I mean, I had it last night as well. I had it today.
Yeah. You know what done it for me? I'd done 3 years and then all of a sudden I just couldn't resist a bacon sandwich.
Fair enough.
And that bacon sandwich after 3 years, it was like, bliss.
My friend, she said she was like for a few months.
Yeah.
Or a year, and she said that her sister got her nan got a KFC and she couldn't help it. Help it, so she just went back to normal.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Fair enough.
It is. You are who you are
and I just
at the end of the day.
People judge people.
Thing is, I've also said to people that eat nothing but plants that plants
also feel
also know they make noise, they have feelings.
Right? Can I please? Here's my point here. I don't say anything because I remember you saying about that experiment.
Yeah,
when you were younger.
yeah.
But the thing is, my science teacher, she always says that she doesn't think that plants feel proper pain because they haven't got the nerve endings. But then I'm like, So
that doesn't work true then, because if a tree feels the pain of another tree and sends energy through the roots to that tree,
that doesn't work because it feels that. So
exactly.
And they do scream. I've actually told my friends that, but they obviously believe.
If you put a machine on, you will hear them make a noise.
Yeah.
And they do have veins.
Exactly. They are.
Just because it's not like us doesn't mean it's not a form of life. And
exactly.
And just because you can't hear their voices, exactly, they can.
It really irritates me when
it irritates me too when they make judgments, about what they can and can't do.
I'm just like, are you a plant?
And someone said to me once, how can you say a tree's alive when it can't see anything?
What?
It senses. It sees in a different way.
Exactly. That's like...
Unbelievable.
That's like you saying, How are you human if you're like...
They do heal each other's style, definitely.
Exactly.
I remember a story of a tree that was ailing, and it was like the baby tree of another tree that was in the woods. And that tree was very, very sick, and they did what they could for it, and it was dying. But all of a sudden, it seemed like the energy was going out of the big tree, and also then the little tree started to get better. And they said it was going through the roots and it was helping the other tree. So if they don't know, and they don't know of other things that surround them, how can they do something like that? And also when they do like film of a plant, it moves. We don't see it with the naked eye.
Exactly.
But over a period of time, if you speed it up, you can see it's moving.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Exactly.
So when they eat plants, what are they doing?
They're still eating.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just not an animal, which I feel like...
I agree with you, Ian. They are, and you would know, being in the parks and that, you know, they have an energy, and they will discuss things with you. They will give you energy. They will help you with your feelings. They will bring out emotions in you. When you walk past them, they will give you life. They are our life. We breathe from them, and you know, people
just are disrespectful.
And when they go up to a tree and they start attacking it for no reason, it really upsets me. I get so annoyed when kids start bashing trees for no reason, and you know,
and climbing them.
Yeah,
I don't think they're there to be climbed.
You know, they don't ask to be in a place where others are going to attack them.
Mm-mm.
And then when they cut them down, like that tree that was special at Adrian's wall, I know that person chopped it down. Oh, I couldn't believe that. And that had been there for so long. They are, definitely. And we can learn a lot from plants. We can learn a lot from the planet. Every type of, like the blades of grass, they're all alive. And they're coming from the earth.
Yeah.
We aren't even attached to the earth, but they are.
Exactly.
Just like animals that have pure love, and they know about death, and they know about life, and they accept whatever happens to them because they are pure in their spirits.
Yeah.
And whenever I get messages to give people, it's always about, why are they concerned? Because everything is fine. I've just transitioned. I've just gone to where I'm meant to be.
Yeah. And
they don't feel it in the way we do.
Exactly.
Even though if they're alive and one of their ones die and they do show feelings, they do. They have an abundance of love. But it's in a different way to the way we are. We're not full of that unconditional love like animals are.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to rant on about animals and all that.
Yeah.
So thank you all so much for coming. I really am pleased because I didn't give any warning again. Yeah. I just do lives when I feel like it, and whoever turns up, and exactly. I'm really happy about that. So thank you guys, and we're going to leave it there because we're going to go and get something to eat.
Yeah.
Well, no, you've had something, haven't you? But you can have something more if you want it.
Yeah, sure.
Are you hungry?
A little bit.
Wow, this child, she's never hungry.
I honestly, recently, only over the few days.
Yeah.
But I actually am a little bit.
Oh, good. You can have something then. You can have a whole meal. Yeah.
Yeah. We can eat together.
Okay, that's fine. We'll go do that then. Thanks, guys. We'll be back with another live probably next week at some point. I am doing heart to heart with TOVA with this guest, which I'm not going to say who it is until it's nearer the time.
I think I know. I'm not going to say, but I think I know.
And that's going to be next Saturday. So I'm looking forward to that.
I'll see you next week.
So I shall give out information so you know it's on.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So there we go.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Because we haven't done it since December. So.
No, I've been lax on that, I'm afraid.
But it's good because now you're growing, where before you was, but now we're actually getting random people and stuff like that.
Getting more people, which is nice.
Not random, whoever's watching.
Yeah. So yeah, it's cool. It's all cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will see you when we see you.
Yeah.
And I hope to see you on our new channel and also on TOVA next week.
Yeah.
So, oh, pardon me. Oh, I'm terrible, aren't I? Excuse me, guys.
Oh, I've done worse. It's fine.
Better out than in.
Exactly.
Yes. Anyway, we will see you soon. So take care of yourselves. Have a good week when it comes round again.
Stay
We've got
safe.
the weekend. Stay safe and enjoy your weekend.
Yeah.
So, from me and her and me, we say love you all. See you soon.
House of Alang.
House of Alang.